At some point, if you decide to change your life, and I mean really change it, not just buy a new notebook and call it growth, you'll notice something uncomfortable. The people around you start showing you exactly where you are, not intentionally, not maliciously, but with a level of clarity that feels inconvenient. Some people energize you. You leave those conversations sharper, lighter, more like yourself. Some people leave you oddly heavy, like you just ran a marathon you didn't sign up for. And some people seem perfectly content explaining why things won't work while you're quietly figuring out how they might. This isn't about judging anyone. I'm not handing out scorecards. It's about awareness. Because the people around you are often a reflection of your current thinking and occasionally a test to see if you're serious about changing it. As you move away from fear based thinking, it becomes much easier to see where others are and where you used to be. You don't need agreement. You don't need validation. You don't even need them to get it. What you need is trust. Trust that you can move forward without managing everyone else's anxiety like it's a side hustle. This is where friction shows up. Doubt has a funny way of disguising itself as concern. What if this doesn't work? Have you thought about the worst case scenario? Isn't that risky? Reasonable questions, but framing matters. A positively framed what if sounds like curiosity. A negatively framed what if sounds like fear looking for company. And fear hates sitting alone. I know this because I used to live there, comparing, chasing, working plans from the outside in, acting like the world was happening to me. So I recognize it quickly now. And here's the truth: when someone imagines the worst case scenario, it's usually less about your ability and more about how your choices make them feel. Stay in that energy too long and it gets expensive, emotionally draining. And if you're not careful, it pulls you back into a mindset you've already outgrown. Over time, I've noticed three types of people. The first are driven by fear, not villains, just unsettled by your movement. They ask, what if, with a downward slant. They question your path because it disrupts their sense of safety. The second are passive. They nod, they observe, they say exactly where they are. The third group, they support you, even when they don't fully understand what you're doing. They don't need to get it, they trust you. And real support is often quiet, not cheering, just a refusal to interfere. Family complicates this in a good way. I love my family. I don't always agree with them. They may think I'm a little crazy. I've tried explaining things clearly, slowly, occasionally with diagrams. Mixed results. But growth doesn't require choosing between people and progress. That's a false choice. The real question is this: can you love someone, respect where they are, and continue forward even if they never get it? If yes, release the resentment. It doesn't serve you. If no, then the work isn't ghosting or arguing, it's conversation, calm, honest, adult. With others, distance can be quieter. And here's what I found: most people self select out, not through conflict, through action or inaction. The door is usually open. Some people just don't walk through it. This isn't about being right, it's about awareness. Awareness changes who you notice, who has access to you, what you tolerate. Years ago, someone handed me a book, The Celestine Prophecy. Less than a year later, I was learning from Bob Proctor. That didn't happen because I cut people out. It happened because I followed awareness and allowed others the dignity to choose where they wanted to stand. At this stage of my life, I'm no longer willing to make myself smaller to keep others comfortable. That doesn't mean I love less. It means I lie less. Moving away from someone doesn't always mean leaving them behind. More often, it means staying rooted in your work while giving others the grace to choose their path. And sometimes, without a word being said, that choice tells you everything you need to know.